been a lot of shit that's been weighing on my mind. And I kind of just took today off. I wasn't going to do a video because I needed to figure out what the fuck was going on with me. You know, my happiness was coming out of whack. Okay. And that's when I know that I need to fucking sit down and figure out what's going on. You know, I started leaning on the booze a little bit, drinking too much. I started hitting snooze on my alarm clock because I didn't want to get out of bed. And I didn't want to do, like, I got 2 hours of fucking chores that I got to do when I wake up. I gotta take my TRT. I gotta exercise and do yoga for an hour. I gotta put in my minoxidil. I gotta put my RU on my research chemical to make sure that I hold on to my hair as much as I can. You know, I gotta do my grooming. I gotta do a bunch of other fucking boring shit. And then I gotta, you know, figure out a way to get that video out and where it's not fucking garbage. And I feel like a few of them have been rushed. A few of them, you know, a lot of them have been really good and I've been really proud of them, but a lot of them have been rushed and I haven't had time to write the complimentary articles with them. I know a lot of guys want to see the articles as well. I prefer articles myself. And just a lot of those things are fucking adding up to where, you know, I wasn't feeling fulfilled anymore. And I wasn't feeling happy to get out of bed. Like, you know, when I first came out here and like when I first started doing RLD, and I feel like I'm doing it to just get it done. And it's becoming more about the money. You know, I'm fucking checking my, you know, tweaking my sales pages and doing all this shit because it's become like a fucking job, and it's not how I want to do it. So I realized I needed to make a fucking change, and I just fucking sat here today and just thought about things, and every so often I have to do this, and I realized the first thing I need to fix is fucking gratefulness, because I'm being a fucking ungrateful cunt. That's what I'm being. I'm being an ungrateful fucking cunt. Because God's taken me out of, and this is what I asked for. I got what I asked for. I got the fucking dream that I asked for. I said, I started this when I was 30, and I said, fuck, let me help guys to avoid the mistakes that I made, and let me show them a path of, and sort out all that white noise, and let me get out of sales, and let me do this, and let me go live in Thailand, and let me go travel, and I swear to God, I'll work so hard on this, and I'll kill myself for it, and just, you know, let me have that dream. And that's what I got. I got the answer to my prayers. And here I am sitting here thinking that, fuck, I wish I was a rock star. I wish I'd gone that path. How fucking ungrateful is that? You know, I don't have to work a job. You know, I don't have to live in Canadian winters anymore. I cannot work if I want to. I cannot work for 6 months. And all the articles that I wrote are still going to continue to grow in traffic, and I'm still going to continue to get paid in passive income. And then I think about the other stuff that I have. I have my health. I have vision, you know, God willing, and I'm going to continue this stuff. I have the use of my legs. Yeah, I'm closing in on 35, but I'm still relatively young in the scope of the game, where the game goes to 80. I have the use of all my limbs. I can hear. You know, I have hearing. I have. I don't have sick relatives that I have to take care of. You know, I spend a large part of the day reading this site called humansofnewyork.com, and you should check this out because it's just real shit. He just goes around and interviews people, and it's working class guys who don't have money to pay for their family. It's single women working jobs as maids trying to take care of their ailing mother. It's people who've been abused as kids and are drug addicts and have their children taken away from them by social services. You know, it's Wall Street guys who blew up on coke and ended up on the street. It's guys who are bipolar and keep going off their medication and keep ending up in the hospital. It's guys who are schizophrenic and hear voices. You know, and when I was down on my luck, I had to work in a fucking mental hospital as a security guard during the night and a fucking call center during the day. And I remember how rough that shit was. And I remember being in the mental hospital and being so sad for these people because there was nothing I could do for them. And they're literally living in hell with mental illness. And I'm their security guard in the ER on the fucking night shift. And people are coming in after having to try to kill themselves. They're seeing voices. I went through one woman's bag. She still had her placenta from the abortion that she'd been carrying around for 3 months. I mean, every night we had to restrain someone. We had to physically hold them down and restrain someone in the bed and put them into fucking restraint. And I felt like I was going crazy just working there. And, truth be told, guys, tough talk to the side. I'm a very sensitive guy. And I've been sensitive since I was a boy. And then when I see a guy in a wheelchair, I got to pull myself out of that because I start to suffer with him. I start to go into his pain. And same thing with you guys. The way I'm able to communicate with this is because I remember where it was. If you're in pain and you're 20 or 21, I remember very clearly where that was. And, I see it with the security guard in my building who has dead eyes, or the woman who cleans up the building who can't even look you in the eyes because her the class system here in Thailand is so bad that like the lower class people can't even look you in the fucking eyes. It's sad, man. And I see it when I bike through Thailand and I see the subsistence level farmers who are making nothing and working fucking 10 hours a day, killing themselves on the farm to sell some rice that they make no fucking money on, man. It is just fucking sad. Like 80% of the people in the world are living with so much pain and you don't even fucking realize it. Maybe when you're younger, but you realize it when you're older and you're able to look into people's eyes and see the kind of pain that they live in. Even fucking middle class people. When I was in Toronto, I remember getting on the subway in Monday morning, which is where it is right now. It's going to be Monday morning in Toronto, fucking February. And everyone on that train, they might have enough, money to feed their families, but they're dying inside because they're working a job that they hate and it's freezing cold and it's gray and just grown men with this fucking dead-eyed look and they want to be anywhere else but there, and it is fucking rough out there. So I sat around reading this Humans of New York almost all day, and I'm sitting like, you ungrateful motherfucker. You've been given just the opportunity to do what you want to do. And instead of being grateful for that, I'm thinking about all the money I'm making trading. And man, I wish it had just lasted another 2 years. I would have been multimillionaire, or I should have gone and been a rock star. But that doesn't serve anything. Regretting, thinking about the fucking past like that doesn't serve anything. It doesn't serve me at all. And it just poisons the fucking well. And I think about how much I have now. I have my health, God willing. I have a business, my dream business. I have good friends. I live in the sunshine. I live where I wanted to live. I have women in my life. And it's so fucking important. And the same goes for you guys, okay? 90% of you are 18 to 35. The majority of you live in North America, which is a blessing on its own, okay? The West gets a lot of shit these days, but half the world works in a factory or lives in fucking poverty on $1 a day, okay? A lot of you guys are good looking. I see the guys who comment on the YouTube videos, you're 21, 22, you're good looking, okay? That's a huge thing. Many of you guys are working on getting in shape, okay? Most of you guys have your health. Most of you guys are not starving. You might not have the money you want, but you have enough money to fucking pay for yourself and pay for your lifestyle. And, many of you live in a warm climate where you live in sunshine, which is a huge thing. We've got smartphone. I'm filming this on a fucking smartphone. I mean, when I was in high school, I didn't even have the internet. The smartphone has every app. You can get Spotify and stream all the music in the world onto your iPhone anywhere in the world, biking through the mountains of Thailand, have every single fucking song streaming on your iPhone. That's amazing to me. You can have Google Maps fucking tell you wherever to go anywhere in the world. You can drop down anywhere in the world and book a apartment or hotel in advance. And you can make money online and travel around the world doing that shit. I look at guys who are 21 and 22 who are out here in Thailand, and I'm jealous of these motherfuckers. I'm like, fuck. That's, you got to be grateful for that shit. You got to be grateful for also all the opportunities that exist in 2017. It has never been a better time to be alive. It's never been a better time to be in business. Human beings have never lived better than right now. I don't want to even hear that negative shit about the Western world and all this. Fuck all that shit, okay? The opportunities right now are better than they've ever been. When our grandfathers and our great-grandfathers, they had to fucking build a bricks and mortars business with no help and no books to read and no loans. And I mean, like, the guys who made it in those days had to be straight savages. But you've got the internet and you've got Amazon and you've got sites like this and you've got other sites that are just breaking down the game for you, teaching you how to do it, from girls to business to everything you want to know is fucking available to you, man. I mean, you gotta fucking be grateful for that shit. And you gotta be grateful for everything that you have. If you came from a house where your parents love you, that in itself is just something to be grateful for. I mean, and you have friends that care about you, and you have some, a girl in your life. You gotta be grateful for that shit, man. You gotta be grateful for just every fucking day that you're alive. That just being alive, dude. Just being alive. The fact that you're created. The fact that you just incarnated, your spirit incarnated consciousness into this fucking body, and that the world actually exists for you. That reality actually exists for you is fucking insane. Like, how insane is that you're just fucking alive, experiencing reality, experiencing food, and experiencing travel, experiencing fucking consciousness, and being able to think about stuff, and being able to reflect on your existence, and being able to read, and being able to learn it. I mean, this shit is just fucking, it's amazing that it exists. And I'm sitting here complaining about not being a rock star. I'm thinking, what a fucking cunt I am. What a fucking cunt. And that's one of those, this is one of those days where I just got to slap myself. Normally I use positive motivation to get myself in the right state. But sometimes you got to go, fuck you. Like, you are being so selfish. There's so many people that fucking are really suffering. And I'm complaining about that I'm working too hard, and that I'm complaining about having to do the video every day, and I'm complaining about, oh, this is my 5th business. I haven't ever taken a vacation, and I went from being a workaholic at my job and working businesses, and 4 of them failed, and I've been doing this since I was 27. I've never taken a break. So fucking what, man? So what? I'm lucky just to have a business. I'm lucky that I don't have to fucking go into a sales job and have some cocksucker telling me what to do and wanted to smash a keyboard over his head and fucking strangle him, because that's how I felt when I worked for these unethical fucking cocksuckers. That's how I felt every fucking day that I walked. And they were too cheap to fix the elevator in the building, so I'm walking up nine flights of stairs, and I'm like, if Timber John says a fucking thing to me today, I'm gonna break a keyboard over his fucking head, and I'm gonna go to jail, because I'm so sick of these fucking cocksuckers. I'm so sick of having to work in sales, and I just can't do it anymore.